Welcome to the More Life, Less Drama podcast, where we tackle everyday challenges with practical solutions for a smoother, more fulfilling life. I'm Prue, your host and guide on this path towards less stress and more joy. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to hear from you. What's on your mind lately? I'm interested to know, what are your hurdles you're facing? What's the questions you're pondering? Or the areas of your life where you could use a little extra guidance? Is it mastering your mindset? Maybe decluttering your space? Maybe even changing careers, or perhaps navigating the complexities of parenting teenagers? I know, I get it. Whatever it is, I'm here to help. Because if you know me, I'm always creating. And I really want to create something that is meaningful to you, that is going to help you. So drop me a message, leave a comment, or shoot me an email with your burning questions and pressing topics that you'd love to explore and that I can teach. Together, let's make More Life, Less Drama not just a podcast, but a community of support and empowerment. To help me even more with this, I ask two simple things: follow the show and share the show. It would mean I can touch more people and change more lives for the better. Thanks so much. Now let's jump into today's episode. Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to another episode of More Life, Less Drama. I'm going to make this super quick. And I know I've said that before and it's not been super quick, but today is going to be super quick because I have something really important to say to you and I want you to listen up. This message is for everybody that listens to this podcast and watches this YouTube channel for motivation and inspiration to keep going. Because that's what the message is. The message is, if you're feeling like you are about to give up and you're like, oh man, this is not working. Whatever I'm doing is not working and I'm not getting results, or this is too hard. What I hear a lot of is, I'm doing all this self-work and like growing so much within myself, yet I'm feeling so much more than I have ever felt in my whole entire life. And that seems to be a bit much. Is it even worth this effort? Because I'm actually feeling worse than I did before I started. And so to that person, I'm saying, keep going. The commitment to yourself is about going through all of this hard stuff, and still showing up to do the things that you really want to do, that you know will get results. Because let's be truthful, we generally know what's going to get us our result and what doesn't. So if you're like listening to this thinking, oh God, I really do know what doesn't get me the results and what I've got to stop doing, just simply stop doing it, remove it from your routine for a little while and see if anything changes. And really dial in and, double down on the things that are getting you the results. So for example, I'm just going to use a weight loss example because I've helped so many people with weight loss. If you're fasting, for example, and you're seeing results, you're like, oh, actually, this is working for me, well, double down on it. Don't just stop because you're not getting the results at the magnitude that you want to get results at. Like, you're maybe not losing kilos and kilos of weight that you want, but you are getting results. And you know that fasting was one thing that you changed in your routine and in your protocol that actually is making a difference. Well, don't not do it anymore because you're not getting the results like you thought you would. And it's the same as going to the gym. If you're going to the gym and you're working out and doing all the HIIT stuff and you're pushing yourself, you're running, and you're not really getting results, it's actually maybe doing the opposite of what you want, stop it. But if you know weight training is the thing that's actually working for you, do that more. If it's yoga, if you're like, actually, I feel the best that I've ever felt and I'm doing yoga, do that more. Or do that more consistently maybe. And I was listening to an episode of Grey's Anatomy today as I was working, and I heard somebody on that show say, when we achieve goals, we always see the pictures of the people at the top of the mountain. So if you're like, I'm going to climb Mount Everest, you see the person on the top of the mountain taking a photo, and they look overjoyed that they're at the top of the mountain. They've showed you the result of all their hard effort and all the things that they've been training to do for most probably years to get to the top of the mountain. But all we see is the top of the mountain photo. That's all we see. What we don't see, and what they don't take photos of, is all the messy shit in between. Between you saying, you know what, yes, I'm going to climb the mountain or whatever goal that you want, and in between the time that you achieve that goal, nobody shows you the messy stuff. Because believe me, there is lots and lots of messy stuff. We don't take photos of us crying on the floor. We don't take photos of our injuries. We don't take photos of our little mini breakdowns that we have along the way. We don't take photos of our frustration and our anger and our, snapping at our families. Like, we don't take photos of that. But that is all happening. And so for you who is committed to your goal, know that I know that's happening. Anybody that has achieved anything knows that is happening. And that is why, like myself, as a coach and as a person that is constantly striving for and achieving goals, it's why I feel so much more proud of myself, and I feel so proud of you when you finish a goal, because I know all the shit that you have to go through to get there. It is not an overnight success story for most of us. Actually, I don't know anybody that's an overnight success story. And for those that keep showing up and that keep saying yes to themselves, that say to themselves, even in this moment of frustration and anger and disappointment and just pure exhaustion, I'm still going to show up. That is my message for you today. Show up. I know all the stuff is going on in the background. If you get in front of me, you don't have to explain to me, oh, but this is happening and that's happening. It's like, I know already. I know that you're going through it to get to the goal. And that is why I'm so much more proud of you than you ever realize. Because when you reach the top, or when you get to that moment, that photo is so much sweeter, and that memory is so much sweeter, because we know that we have pushed through all those hard things. Because achieving goals is hard. There's no sugarcoating it. You've got to keep showing up. You've got to keep saying to yourself, okay, what is working? What is not working? And what am I willing to do differently? So 3 key questions that my coach asks me to reflect for myself. And it's the questions that I ask everybody that I talk to that is achieving or attempting to achieve anything in their life. Be it a 4-day goal, a 4-week goal, a 4-month goal, a 4-year goal. Whatever it is, you have to ask yourself those questions. What's working? What's not working? And what am I willing to do differently? That last question is a game changer. I suggest you spend a lot of time there. And the next part of this is that when you get to that question, that last question, what am I willing to do differently? If your brain says to you, oh, I've tried everything, bullshit. You have not tried everything. I want you to just sit in that question and say to yourself, what haven't I tried? Because you know what? There are so many things that you haven't tried. And if you're like, yeah, but I have tried everything. No, you haven't. I'm never going to let you say to me that you've tried everything. You haven't. Maybe you need to look at it from a different angle. What mindset are you in when you say that to yourself? I want you to tap into the curiosity of what's possible, because there are so many different things that you could be doing to get the result that you want. So don't double down on things that aren't working. Don't give up on yourself, and definitely don't let other people dictate what is available to you for you to achieve. So that's my message for you today. Commit to yourself. Commit to this goal. Know that the people doing the work understand how friggin' hard it is to get to where you want to go, and we're the ones that are rooting for you. Don't let others that have no idea and haven't achieved anything in their lives dictate how you should show up in your life. So my friends, that's it. See, I did make it quick. I just wanted to be that little mini motivation for you this week. And so if you are working towards anything, and I mean anything, like I said, 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, any goal that takes any of those amounts of time, like various amounts of time, I'm rooting for you, and I'm your little cheerleader over here, and all you have to do is commit to yourself. So my friends, that's it. Have a lovely Friday, and I will talk to you next week. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of More Life, Less Drama. I love having you here. I hope you found today's topic helpful. Now remember, this podcast is here to support you on your journey to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. If you have any questions, comments, or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, don't hesitate to reach out. Your feedback is invaluable and helps us tailor our content to best serve you. You can connect with us on social media, send us an email, or visit our website to stay updated on upcoming episodes and special announcements. Until next time, remember to prioritize self-care, embrace positivity, and keep striving for more life and less drama. I'll see you on the next episode.